Welcome to my program, Journey to Great Business. My name is Rajiv Jaiswal and I am a business consultant. I have put together this series of videos called Journey to Great Business that will provide you tips, processes, and information on what you can do in your business to make your business great. So, today we'll talk about something that's on top of all our minds. We want to know how we can actually grow our sales. Now, in order to grow our sales, there are basically three ways that you can actually grow your sales. First is to sell more to existing customers. Second is to cross sell to your existing customers. Something that you are not selling to them, some product that can provide different value is something you can cross sell to your customers. And the third thing is to get new customers. Now, having said that, it's easy to say that you get new customers, but for all of us, time and resources are limited, manpower is limited. How do we make sure what is it that we should do in order to make sure that they are best utilized in generating business for us and uh, growing our potential sales? So, the simplest way is to generate more leads. Now, how do you generate more leads? Some of the typical methods that people use for generating more leads are digital marketing, which could be an email campaign, an SMS campaign. Nowadays, lots of work is being done on WhatsApp and Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. We also do webinars. Now, many people have started doing conferences and events online to build their credibility so that they can get more uh, inquiries, more leads from these methods. But however, every method has an advantage and a disadvantage because everything costs some money and there is a time that is required before we actually start generating leads. So which one should you use? How should you, and if you get leads from here, how should you make sure that this is the best method for you? So first of all, let's talk about lead generation. Once you have generated the lead, right, that is the easy part because you got the lead to you. Now actually you have to start working in converting that lead to business. Now converting lead to business is a time consuming activity. It involves effort. So, and every lead does not become business, and every lead is not necessarily a good lead. Every lead is not something which is of value to you. So how do you save time, how do you save money of your salespeople and of the company so that you generate more sales, but you do it in a more efficient manner with less cost and better results? So the process of that is called qualifying leads. Now, what is it that we need to do for qualification? So lead, when we sort out, segregate, we have got 100 leads and we segregate from that which are the leads which are good, which are the leads which are not good, right? These are, this process is called lead qualification. It also helps us to understand which are the leads which are actually going to get converted into business, because there is no use of following those leads which are not likely to get business, because there are many times people will just put an inquiry because they want to find out but they are not really interested in buying, right? So a qualified lead always has a better chance of conversion into business, which is going to be the objective of the company. Now, there are many, many methods of lead qualification, but basically, every lead qualification method focuses on a few things which you should understand. And then, based on this knowledge, you can choose which method is a good method for you for using as a lead qualification method. So, first of all, every lead qualification has to focus on, is there a genuine requirement? Or is the person just inquiring for the sake of inquiring? Is he going to buy or he just wants to know? Second thing is it going to be bought now? Or is he thinking of buying after 6 months or a year, or a longer period of time? Or is it just for his own budgetary requirement? So we need to know whether the lead is going to be required, the item is going to be required now or maybe later. Now, in addition to this, there are some critical parameters which also need to be understood and they should be in place before you qualify a lead. First thing is, does he have a budget? Is it approved or not? Right? Secondly, are the specifications of the items that he wants to buy, are they frozen? Because if the specification is not frozen, that means you have to sell him a product, sell him a solution, sell him something that's going to add value, and the process of making him understand what is the best solution is going to take a longer time. However, if the specification is frozen, he already knows what he wants to buy, then it's easier and faster to make a sale to the person. The next point is our product, what is the problem of the customer that our product will resolve? You see, if we have a product that is going to solve a problem and it's 100% fit, then the solution is very good. It's likely to sell very quickly. But if we have a product that does not fully fit the customer's requirement, then we will have to put in much more effort and the customer may not buy. So our lead qualification method also must take into account what problem of the customer is it going to solve. And lastly, is the person whom you are interacting with, is he a decision maker or is he someone else? Because if he is a decision maker and you have explained it to him and he has understood it, he will take a decision and the order will be placed. But if he is not a decision maker, you will explain to him, he will take the information, go to his senior management or to the person who is going to take a decision. He will explain it to him. That gentleman may have some questions. He will come back to you with questions. And so this whole process will take some time. That's why it's important to know who the person is that you are speaking with. Now, once the lead is qualified, we segregate them into three kind of places. One is the ones that are hot leads, which are going to get finalized quickly. We work on those leads. They are called qualified leads. They are called hot leads. Those are the leads that we tell our salespeople start working on these immediately and try to convert them. On the other end, there are leads that are not qualified, leads that we feel are not worth our effort or are not a fit for our company. We put those leads aside and we don't work on them. There's a third category of leads. Third category of leads is where the customer is interested. Customer also wants to buy, but he's not going to buy now. He's going to buy maybe after a few months, after a few weeks, maybe after 9 months or so. So we don't reject those leads, but we nurture those leads. When we say nurture means we keep giving them information. We stay in touch with the customer on a regular basis. We keep on updating or finding out what's the status so that when the customer is ready to buy, we are in his mindset and we can help him to take a decision on the product and our order can get booked quickly. Now, we are generating leads from many sources, right? But which is the best source for us? How do we find out which is the best source of leads for us? So the one thing that we really need to do is from every place that we are generating leads, let's say we are generating leads from LinkedIn or Facebook or some webinars, we should calculate the total number of leads that we are getting, right? So if let's say you get 100 leads from a WhatsApp marketing campaign and you get 50 leads from a Google marketing campaign, right? Now what you need to do is you need to see that out of the 100 that you got from WhatsApp and out of 50 that you got from Google, how many actually became qualified leads for you? So out of 100 that came in WhatsApp, let's say 30 got qualified, and out of 50 that came in Google, 20 got qualified. So what is the percentage of leads that are going to get qualified, that are getting qualified? So you will have only 30% on a WhatsApp lead, whereas you have a 40% on a Google lead. So what is happening is from the number of leads that you generate, check the percentage that is actually getting converted into leads, hot leads or leads that you can nurture. That's number one. The second thing you need to do is to find out how much money you are spending on each of these activities. So how much money did you spend on WhatsApp and how much money did you spend on Google, and how many qualified leads were you able to generate? What percentage of leads were you able to generate out of the total number of leads that you got? Based on all these parameters, you should calculate the best return on investment that you are getting from each lead generation source. And based on the best return on investment, in future, you should continue with those lead generation sources which are giving you a good return on investment. Because like I said in the beginning, time and money are limited, resources are limited, manpower is limited. We cannot spend too much time and money in generating in places where we are not getting a good return on investment. Okay, so now the other thing that you also have to look at when you do lead qualification is what are the questions you are asking at the time of lead qualification, which means that you have generated a lead from WhatsApp, from Google, from Facebook, or wherever. Now, to qualify those leads, you have to ask some questions from the people who have generated those leads, right? So you must understand that these should be based on the right questions. And if your questions become very hard, very tough, then what will happen? That those leads, which could possibly be your leads, will get rejected. Or on the other side, if your questions are so simple and they're so straightforward that everybody says yes to everything, and out of 100 leads that are coming, you're already all making all 100 leads as hot leads or potential qualified leads, then also it's not the right thing. You need to check the right questions. You should answer it, not make them too difficult or too easy. So what you need to do is you need to sit with the people who are actually asking the questions, find out what's happening, and on a continuous basis keep on improving the system for qualifying your leads with your people. Now, these are some of the methods that are available. Once you have all that information, these are some of the methods that are available for lead qualification. And I will be talking about these in another program, another video of mine. So thank you so much for listening to me. My name is Rajiv Jaiswal, and Journey to Great Business is going to continue. If you like this channel, subscribe to it, press the bell icon so that you can get notified about my next videos, and always comment in the chat box. I would be happy to respond to you. Thank you so much.